Hi, you are welcome to watch this video. Today we are going to talk about why cryptocurrency is a bubble and some reason why this is going to burst in 2022. So let's start. The first and most obvious reason is that unlike gold, Bitcoin is not a good store of value. The past few months alone have been riddled with news of Bitcoin's volatility. From Japan's Bitcoin crackdown to the SEC's rejection of the Winklevoss twins' Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund (ETF) proposal, the digital currency has been all over the place. But Bitcoin's inherent instability is only one reason why it won't be a viable currency. For one, Bitcoin has almost no intrinsic value. The same goes for gold. But gold has been a key component of currency for thousands of years while Bitcoin has only been around for a decade. Right now, the only thing giving Bitcoin its value is the belief that other people will use it in the future. But what happens when that belief disappears? If people are unwilling to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, then it's useless. That's what's going to happen when the bubble pops. The blockchain, the technology behind Bitcoin, is also not as revolutionary as most people think. It's only useful for recording transactions. That's not to say the blockchain isn't useful, but the fact is that it's not as revolutionary as people claim it is. Many financial institutions are already using the blockchain to carry out transactions, including the Australian Securities Exchange, ASX. The ASX has been using blockchain to record transactions for the past year, and it's successful so far. But this doesn't make the blockchain a currency. In fact, the blockchain isn't a currency at all. It's just a glorified database that keeps track of transactions. The blockchain is not a currency. It's a means to an end. But if Bitcoin is not a currency and not a good store of value, what exactly is it? The answer is nothing. Bitcoin is fundamentally useless. It's not a good store of value, and it's not a currency. In fact, it's not anything. And that's why it's doomed to fail. What's worse is that Bitcoin has cast a long shadow over the cryptocurrency market, and this has drawn in a lot of new investors. Many of them are getting into the market simply because they see Bitcoin's massive price increase. And this is going to lead to a lot of pain. The bottom line is that Bitcoin is not a good investment, and it's not going to make you rich. That's because Bitcoin is a bubble. And when the bubble pops, you're going to lose everything. Since more than 100 years, the stock market has been one of the greatest wealth creators in this world. Stocks might have taken a back seat to housing, oil, gold, or other assets for brief periods of time over the past century, but they've delivered the highest consistent returns of any investment vehicle. A huge number of people have based their income on it. A digital currency that was introduced to the world in 2008, the introduction of cryptocurrencies was met with much doubt and skepticism. But it turned out to be a great thing for the world and for most people, who have benefited tremendously from it. The emergence of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and a host of other digital currencies have paved the way for once-in-a-lifetime gains. For instance, a $155 investment in Bitcoin at $1 would have been worth over $1 million when it hit $64,800 a token in mid-April. But over the past 2 weeks, cryptocurrencies have fallen off a cliff. Some would call this a natural pullback after a monstrous run higher. While there is no shortage of enthusiasts who believe digital currencies are the greatest thing since sliced bread, I believe the crypto market is going to burst as a bubble in 2022 for